Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, the views, subscribes, everything. I appreciate everything and everyone. Confirmation. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's clear out this energy and let's see what the message that Spirit has for us this morning. Hold on a second. I'm going to go crack the window because I'm already starting off hot. Thank you so very much. Good morning, Marcia. Hey, RB. So, yeah, let's ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy and let's see what the message that Spirit has for us. It's like it doesn't make something about it doesn't make sense. It's like somebody can't comprehend something. And I saw that in the pre-shuffle that it's like somebody's protected and not just protected. It's like um, in one of the decks that's good morning, Mose. Happy Tuesday to you too, sweetheart. One of the decks, it's like somebody is standing behind this pulpit with these swords protecting them. It's the Four of Swords. Three protecting them here and one in front of them. So somebody, it's like there's like a level of protection around somebody that other people can't comprehend. Sorry, if y'all hear my stomach, you know it's morning time. King of Cups. This is somebody who, I feel like this is somebody who celebrated a little bit too early. They celebrated too early, but really, in front of everybody, they look like they're happy, but really behind the mask, they're not. They're sad because they want to make this. They're thinking about this path that they took, this move that they made, and it got them in this position where they feel stuck. And now they feel like a big fool because they feel like, they are so overburdened listening to somebody else and not standing up for somebody that they knew they should have been 10 toes down. It's like, but the person that they should have protected, I feel like that's the person that is protected. Something is not happening. Something's not happening the way that somebody had envisioned it. Because see, they envisioned to be some brand new start, but it's not happening. And it's like they can't kind of figure out why or why not. Because of this Queen of Coins. I'm telling you, this King of Cups celebrated a little bit too early. Or celebrated with the wrong people. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, somebody is in this holding pattern now. Because you know what? They're thinking about something that someone had told them, and they told them the truth. This truth bearer told them the truth and said, hey, if you want to leave, if you want to have peace in your life, you're going to have to do this. And that person was spot on. Hi, Truth. How are you? So it's time for this person to travel, to get in their car, to go somewhere, for them to be truthful about or have clarity about something. Definitely clarity. It's like having a conversation. It's time for someone to travel to have this conversation with someone that is their better half. It's and it's an honest conversation. Because somebody's understanding that their ego fucked them up. 444. Their ego was not all that it was cracked up to be. They thought that they was going to overpower something, but something overpowered them. And now it's time for them to try and travel so that they can try and rebuild something with you. Yeah, because they realized that, you know what, you really were an earth angel. You really were balanced and tempered in everything, especially when you walked away. You were really balanced with walking away because you knew that somebody was just not who they should have been, who they could have been. You knew that this person knew what they were doing and it was against you. This could have been somebody in your family. You know, this could have been somebody who was a warlock, a wizard, a witch, somebody that at one point in time, you know, you thought you could depend on, you could count on, you could lean on, that you could trust. What's the message? Yep. Someone is thinking about when you made a judgment call. Someone is thinking about the past. Seriously giving that some consideration when they're thinking about all these tricks and these games. And instead of them working on the relationship with you, they worked on something else. They thought it was more important to stand out in the crowd. And now they're feeling overburdened. Overburdened. Because they're seeing that somebody who they thought was okay to listen to, that they should follow their advice, that person don't see them. That person really don't give a shit about them. What's the message? Now somebody has some time to go within. Now they got a lot of time to go within and to think, you know, about how they treated somebody else in the past, what they was like, how they showed up. Y'all, let me tell you, because people remember all those conversations. People are remembering all the different conversations. Let me tell you something. They think it's a joke about writing your own book of life. It's the truth. Because that United Healthcare CEO chose the book that he wanted to write about his life. And look at how everyone is responding. This man did not know that he was writing a book about his life so horrible that whenever someone decided to take him out, that everyone else on the internet was going to stand up and provide an ovation, a standing ovation. The book that we write about ourselves, we have to really think about that. Someone is thinking about their book. They really thinking about their book. How the public, that the world, you know, life, what people are going to say about them. How people truly see them. People truly see you for who you are before you even leave this world. They may not tell you, can't make that up. People see you for who you are before you even truly leave this world. No matter how much we want to fool ourselves into thinking we're not measuring up, not even close, but we want to act like we are doing so much for the world, for the collective. We're missing a whole chapter. We're missing a whole part. 2112 in the room. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, because Someone is thinking about what's coming back, what they've put out, and they're thinking about their ships that are coming back in. Someone is now seeing that they need to follow more of what God wants them to do. That's that newness and that love. Someone understands that it's time for them to stop trying to control the situation, stop trying to put someone in a certain position where they have no choice but to do what someone wants them to do. Then when someone's realizing it's time for them to put that shit to fucking end. Good morning, Alicia. They realize now that they really don't have nothing. And all those friends that they thought that they did have, they don't have no friends. All you do is have spectators urging you on to do what's wrong so that they can sit there and talk about you behind your back. And whenever you are no longer here, they were like, well, damn, it was somebody need to take them out. Don't nobody feel sorry for that. Someone is now understanding, the comprehension. What they was doing, they wasn't even understanding. They wasn't comprehending. They wasn't doing nothing. They was just acting. They was reacting. But whatever they was doing, they was not given that cup of love that God asked them to do. They was not given that. They felt like they didn't have to give that. Now look at them. Feeling left out in the cold. Feeling like they ain't got a pot to piss in. Feeling like they ain't got no friends. And guess what? They don't. They don't. All those people that they showboated in front of, and they was doing this and doing that, and whoop the whoop, and saying this, saying that. Where the motherfuckers at now? Nowhere. And if they are, they're not where that person needs them to be or wants them to be. Someone, it's like, understanding is a beautiful thing, but understanding what you understand, comprehension. Death. It's time for someone to stop lying. It's time for someone to stop lying to their friends, to the people that they around, to the ones that they trying to impress. It's time for that person to stop lying to themselves and to everyone else. Someone knows that they need to work with you. They need to work with you. They thought that you was going to come back to them. But they seeing that you're not coming back to them. What's the message? What's the message? Please show me the message. Thank you. The Star and the Six of Pentacles. Isn't it something how we think back to the person that was there and helped us the absolute most, the one that seemed like they were just on our team? How they were just they were healing. They were the ones that encouraged us. They were the ones that helped us out. Those are the ones that made the sacrifices for us. They gave to us and didn't ask anything in return. It's like this is the person that gave someone everything that they could ever ask for as far as part of being in the family. All this person had to do, this King of Wands, was just lead. That was it. All somebody had to do was just lead. Hi, James and Biscuit. Good morning, Red Violet Crystals. Grand Rising. Yes, can't make this up. It's the same cards that just flipped out. All they had to do was just lead, to have their wish fulfillment, to be in that leadership role in the family, and to do what's right and to protect against what's wrong. This is what somebody needed to do to keep this relationship moving in the right direction. But for some reason, someone decided that they didn't want to do that. Somebody decided that they wanted to slow things down, that they wanted to create some type of generational curse for you. They wanted to make it hard for you to be able to move ahead. They didn't want you to be able to go nowhere. And not only did they want you to not be able to go nowhere, they did things to purposely slow you down. And that gave you way more than what they thought that you could ever handle. They did it to themselves, is correct. Yep, because all those tricks, all those games, lo and behold, what comes around goes back around. And that's what someone is seeing. What comes around goes back around, you know, and these are the same tricks and the same games that somebody thought that they was going to play on you for a long time. And they did it for a long time. They thought they was going to be able to do it forever until the day that you said, fuck it all, and walked away. Then it became almost impossible for someone to explain why you walked away. Why you not talking with them? Why you don't fuck with them? Why you don't deal with them? Why you ain't got nothing to say to them? Someone had to explain their actions. Their actions. Why they did what they did. Not knowing that, you know what? They knew that there was something special about you. They could see that you was not like the others. The others was regular schmegular. You was being given to them something special. But for whatever reason, this emperor, could have been the father, felt like they wanted to, they wanted to act like a fool. They wanted to stop you. They didn't want you to, like you know how somebody goes, yeah, I won't, hey, let's knock them down a peg or two. They think they all that. And the fucked up part about it is, if this is a parent, you're supposed to think that your children are all that. You're supposed to want to encourage your children to be all of that. Because since you didn't make it to be all that, don't you want your offspring, your blood, part of you to be all of that? Because then in actuality, guess what? You made it too. You all of that too. Confirmation, because somebody's standing on your shoulders. Hi, Tia. Grand Rising, Natural and Urban. Somebody didn't think about it like that. They just didn't want you to feel like you was all that and then some. Well, guess what? You would have been all that and then some too. Did you think about that? But now, since you didn't want that, only you are going to be the all that and then some. And they're going to be left out in the fucking cold because they was trying to make it hard on you. They didn't know that everybody was going to be talking about you near and wide, far and wide. They was going to be sending out good communication about some shit that you do. Yep. They didn't know. You was the present. You was the one. You was gonna. They see. This is how fucked up somebody is. They were trying to stop you because they didn't want you to outshine them. Guess what? The day that you got here, you was already outshining them. You was already outshining them. You was already protected. God already had you in the boat. There was nothing that they could have ever done to really get at you. That's what they didn't comprehend. That's what these low, slame, sleuth, knock-kneed motherfuckers don't understand. You was already protected. The day you got here, you was already in the boat. Hey, Jonah, how are you? From conception, there you go, red violet crystals. From conception, see, all somebody had to do was be easy, do what was right. All somebody had to do was love you, and the wheel of fortune would have always turned in their favor. All they had to do was do what was right, because somebody knows the difference between right and they know the difference between wrong. Everybody does. Now they grabbing their pearls. Because once again, they see not only are you protected, but how you are protecting yourself. How you still stand above everyone else. You see everybody else standing beneath you, below you. And it's not that you think people are beneath you. That is not even it. You were already there. You was already there. Someone is just now coming to this realization there was nothing that they was going to be able to do to knock you down a peg or two. Yes, that's right, mistyped creation 333. Knock need motherfuckers. That's right. Red Violet Crystal says she had to clutch her pearls. Not only did this person understand and realize that you was already always in the boat, everybody else was starting to understand too. You was already in the boat. You was always that person that was going to go to calm waters. You was always trying to help people, but somebody wanted to try and keep you stuck. They didn't want you to be able to for people to see you for your craft. They didn't want you to be able to build nothing. They wanted to keep you stuck, chain bound. And then on top of that, motherfuckers went around lying on you. Went around lying on you. Okay. They could, like, they was sitting in bed at like thinking about lies that they could say, more lies that they could say, more lies that they could tell, because the only thing was to try and take you out. That was it. Try and take you out. And then on top of that, like I said, this is family. People didn't know that these were hidden enemies that purposely left you out in the cold. See everybody thinking, "Oh, look at that family. Everybody in the family picture, everybody's smiling. Well, this one ain't smiling that big, but everybody else is smiling. But you know what they say? That's the one that's a little different. That's the one that's on the outs. That's the black sheep of the family." Now they finding out that the black sheep was It was not because that person wanted to be the black sheep. It was because everybody was abusing them because they were being abused. They were being shunned. They were being cast out. This is what people found out about this family. This is what people found out about this family. This is why you stand out. This is why people look at you and they see how strong you are. You are the one that's victorious. You are the one that stands high above the rest. You have the victory. They was confused for a while because they always wondered. Everybody was confused because they always wondered why everybody else got this and did this, accomplished that. But they always had something negative to say about you. They always had something that, oh, well, this they ain't really going. They not really gonna do nothing. We really don't. We just smile. We humor them. Well, that's so and so. That's Susie. But we really talk about Susie bad behind her back. And people always wonder why they always talk bad about Susie. Well, they say Susie is weird. Susie wasn't weird. Susie was being abused. Susie was being emotionally abused, psychologically abused, mentally abused, possibly physically abused. Susie was being financially abused because they were taken away from Susie to give to the others. Susie was being persecuted. Why? Because Susie is blessed. Because Susie was born with this gift, this blessing that nobody else got. Nobody else. And it's like people would flock to Susie because Susie was somebody that provided love and happiness, joy. Susie is the one who uplifted everyone. Susie is the one who gave to everyone. Susie is the one that made a way out of no way for everyone. See, they didn't like Susie because they knew even whenever Susie was young, Susie was going to be the matriarch. And it's funny because it was only the patriarch that was upset with that. The patriarch felt that the matriarch was a rival, was an enemy, when really the matriarch was really there to help the patriarch with life longevity. And now the patriarch is understanding about all those things, about all this unnecessary force of show, force of power, show of force, whatever, that actually caused them to suffer the Three of Swords. What's the message? Somebody's feeling very overburdened. Can't make this up. Somebody's feeling very overburdened. They wonder why they did it to themselves. They wanted you to be alone. They wanted you to be by yourself, but they didn't know that you being alone, You being by yourself was going to make you come up. I'm on my way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm on my way up. They didn't know that God was there to rise you, to give you everything that you wanted, everything that you need. Because you did what was right. You followed God's word. You didn't allow someone to bring you down, keep you down. Yeah, that was some tough shit to get through, especially whenever you think about the magnitude of it, who this person is, what this person was supposed to have represented, how this person was supposed to have guided you, how many times you gave somebody a pass because of who they were to you, and how many times that pass almost proved fatal to you. Someone else is thinking about this too. Someone else is thinking about the book that they're writing, this King of Cups. See, somebody, they was thinking about, this is a confirmation. They was thinking about, what kind of things they could do, because they wand is not as big. But see, they also have that cup of love for you too. But see, somebody had to kind of go within and start looking at some things and say, wait a minute, maybe my feet weren't even on the ground. Maybe I was doing a lot of highfalutin thinking and not really looking. Someone was listening to somebody else who was promising something good, but was really creating chaos behind the scene. Yeah, I'm telling you. I was just getting ready to say, people is thinking about that CEO. And people thinking it's justice. Now they're saying, okay, well, maybe the good is outweighing the bad. They feel like it's justice. And someone is starting to think really deeply, and they're starting to use their own intuition about things that they need to go ahead and deal with. Things that they need to confront. Maybe things that they need to talk about. Maybe ways that they need to make amends. Because one way or another, regardless, everyone will atone on a justified scale to their iniquities, to their actions against others. Someone is thinking about how can they get themselves out of this mess? What can they do? Someone is trying to put things together. They're trying to build something. They're trying to get something together so they can make this right. Because they see no matter what they did, no matter what they tried, they was never going to ever be able to bring you down. They was never going to be able to ever knock you down to size. Because you was already the size that God intended you to be from birth. Like they say, if God is for me, what the fuck I care if who's against me? Good luck, baby. If God's for me, I don't give a shit what the fuck you think. We're going to get a few more, then I'm going to log on and King of Wands. Somebody that was supposed to lead. Somebody's making a different decision now. Somebody's saying, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I didn't know these motherfuckers was going to act like this. I did not know people was going to try and get justice. I did not know people got that pissed off if I took it upon myself to mistreat somebody or try and run their household from a household that I don't even live in. I didn't know that. I mean, common sense would have told me that shit. But damn, I thought that that was all the way up here and they were all the way down there. But now I'm finding out that no, if they look at it, it's actually the opposite way. Life is going to balance itself out. The universe always balances itself out. Always. Red bottle. Yeah, see, somebody thought that they was getting ready to get some high acclamations. No, everybody looking at them like, dude, you are a fucking martyr. Everybody is like, damn, and we believed all that bullshit that you was talking about, not knowing that you was really, really the one that was doing the most. Someone is a fucking martyr. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now somebody's trying to keep something under wraps. They don't want people to know about how their plan was, because they trying to halfway plan how to come back. But see, they thinking about all this shit. They're thinking about the type of person that they was to you. They thinking about all that, how they should have, and all they had to do to remain in your good graces was be there for you. How many lies somebody spread about you just because they wanted to knock you down to size. Like somebody thought that you was too pretty. Well, guess what? If you are their child, what does that mean? Wouldn't you want your child to be pretty? Wouldn't you want your child to be handsome? Wouldn't you want your child to feel good? I mean, what does that say about that person? Not the child, the person. The child was just born. Child had no choice in what they was gonna look like coming out the birth canal. None. They ain't picked nothing. Because if they could have picked how they looked, they would have picked they would have picked different options. They would have said, okay, I don't want my ears to look like this. I want my hair to look different. I don't want curly hair. I want straight hair. But see, somebody didn't want their child to feel like the empress that child was. Telling you, somebody was like, "Nah, we gonna knock somebody down to size." We gonna make them feel like they don't belong. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. Uh huh. Uh huh. But see, they couldn't. Archangel Michael was already right here on the ready. There was nothing they could do. God's cup of love was already always overflowing for you. And you was already protected, always protected. This is God's love and him sending Archangel Michael right here watching over you. Well, nothing that they could do. Absolutely nothing. Somebody was trying to knock, like I said, they was trying to knock you down the size. They was trying to knock you off, but not knowing that God is the one to put you up there. Right. Exactly. They can mock the Most High if they want to. That might be the last thing that they do. And that's why you ain't doing, that's why they gets nothing. That's why you still stand heads above everybody else. You still getting all your wishes fulfilled and you still get justice. So they can try, but somebody is starting to comprehend that there was nothing that they could have even done in the beginning. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Except sit there and look silly. Hey, Adrian. Right. This could be somebody, that had a role in your life, a title, somebody that, was supposed to be there. It could have been a parent, could have been a grandparent, somebody that was not supposed to work against you. But thank God you were able to protect yourself. You still get your wish fulfillment. And then on top of that, you're the one. You're the one who's telling the truth and shaming the fucking devil. You can't make this up. You're the one that's telling the truth and shaming the fucking devil. I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all. Because I got to log on to do my straight 8. I do plan on being back this evening. Yesterday evening, I was not feeling well. But I do plan on being back this evening. And I want everybody to have a fantastic day. All right. Hey, Saskia, how are you? How are you, Saz? How are you, Saz? All right, y'all. Natural and Urban, James, RB, Mose, my darling, Saskia, Red Violet, everyone, James, Biscuit. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me this morning. And I do look forward to seeing everyone this afternoon. Let's have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And I love y'all. Happy Tuesday.